Yo, what is going on, guys? Episode number 20 of the New Jersey Devils GM. We last ended off trying to get a sniper. We tried to get Barchi. That did not work out at all for us, sadly. And I decided to go through this and look at things myself. And I saw two, possibly three potential players that we could get. Again, these guys are not... They have some good things and bad things to them. A few guys, okay, they're not here, I guess. I don't know why they're not. I guess their shooting's not even that good. I don't know why they're not. That's awkward. What is, I don't know why they're not here. They have that? Is that possibly it? I don't know why they're not there. Okay, still don't know why they're not here, so let's just get rid of this stuff. Apply. Okay, so they should be here now, and is it because... I really don't understand what is going on right now, but I guess we'll clear it. It's actually really stupid how it's not working. So first line player. Okay, so we're gonna. So here's the players that we decided that. Well, I decided that could be a good fit for us. So we want a sniper, obviously. Phil Kessel, way too much trade value. We're not going for him. I was thinking Jamie Benn, but he only has 15 goals, so not going for him. Taylor Hall, too much trade value. James Neal, he is a power forward, so not going to work out for him. Bobby Ryan, not having a good season. So the possible players I was thinking of getting are Jakub Voracek, Nail Yakupov, those are two. And the last one was possibly Vanek. The reason why I was thinking Vanek is because every GM mode I've got him in, he's always gotten around 25 to 30 goals for me. The only reason why I'm not really too interested in him now, he's already 34 years old, 2 more years, he's probably going to be 82, 83 overall, he's going to be Gabrick sort of, making Gabrick type money, more than Gabrick type money, as well as retiring in 3 or 4. So I'd rather go with a, especially since he's got some pretty good value, I'd rather go with a Nail Yakupov or Jakub Voracek. So let's quickly go through both their pros and cons. So Nail Yakupov and Jakub Voracek are both 87 overall. Nail Yakupov is 4 years younger. Both have the same trade value. Yakupov is making almost $2 million less, but his contract ends next year. He's probably going to make about the same money as Voracek. Yakupov can get better, obviously, and they're pretty even there. Voracek is better physical skills, but everything else they're pretty equal. And I would say probably Yakupov is better skating-wise. But defensively, Voracek's probably a bit better. So it's hard to say what I want to do here. I feel like I'd rather go with Yakupov. He is younger. He's got more upside. He's not having a great season this year, but 39 goals last year. Voracek not having a great season this year either, and he's never even got past 35 in the 4 years he's been there. I believe Yakupov has gotten 30 every single year. I'd rather go with Yakupov. He should be thriving on our team. Nail Yakupov. Again, we're probably going to have to trade a first-round pick, but I think it could be worth it. Reichel and a first-round pick. I think these two together should be enough for this. Possibly get a second as well. Probably not. This probably isn't going to work, but I just want to see if it will. Any chance it does? No, it doesn't. Any chance we can get like a third next year? No, it doesn't. So just this straight up won't work as well. We possibly may go with the deal we gave the other team. Throwing in, where's the guy, Bouchard? That adds, in my opinion, that adds a pretty good value. I mean, he's not like whatever it's called, the other 83 we have. So if we do this, will this trade work? Possibly get a second this year? No, just not a second. No, it doesn't as well. So it's very frustrating considering these two should add to about I'll say 30% of the bar. This should add about 30% as well. That's about 60% more than half. Yakupov is about half, if that. And they want the first and Reichel, so this should easily go through, but it sadly does not. So do we give up an actual player? I think we have too many defensemen. I hope we do, because I'll have to give up one of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only have 6. As much as I want to keep him, this is our only prospect defenseman. He has never, and I mean never, gotten better for me in any GM modes. He is 4 green star, but he was 70 when we started, and it's been about 3 years or 4 years, and he's only got up 3%. If we were to trade him, we can keep our first round pick. I would like this trade a lot, especially if they can just give us a possibly, I mean, if we can get Nurse, this would be such a good trade. But again, I don't think they'd probably take that, but we will see. Does it work? No. Okay, so if we added the first now, again, I don't want to do that, but if we added the first now, I think this could go through. Instead of doing that, we could bring up no one. Actually, that wouldn't work. If we give you guys this guy and this guy, no, it's kind of cheap, but does this work? No, it doesn't. I feel like they don't like the Bouchard's contract. That might be the only reason. That might be the only thing holding them back. So we will see if they take this guy. Okay, no. So if we do a first, I don't like this, but this may be the only thing that could work. This is actually giving up some pretty good stuff. Like I said, though, Nurse has gotten a lot better since he started. He was, I believe, like a 65 overall when he started. He's getting better and better each year. 4.5 yellow stars compared to 7s and guys. So we're replacing 1 and 1 there. We're replacing 1 and 1 here. They're getting a first round pick though. Does this go through? No, that doesn't actually. So if we replace him with Bouchard, which this is giving a lot. This is, I know for a fact this is giving a lot. If we give in Bouchard, do we have a deal? Probably not, to be completely honest, but because I don't know, no one wants Bouchard, but if this goes through, I won't be mad. No. Third, no, nothing. No. This is truly frustrating because I really want Nurse now, and I want Yakupov so bad, but it's not going through, and I feel like it's his contract. So, can we do anything here to you know what? Do we do this? This would be, yes. Sorry, but yes, we're gonna have to do this. Tatar, you're not going to be on our team anymore, sadly. You just disappeared, apparently. That's cool. Tatar, so a third/second line player, possibly a top 4 defenseman, possibly a top, well, he is already a top centerman, and our first round pick for a top left wing, 100% 30 to 40 goal scorer, possibly a top 2 defenseman. Okay, so now that we're adding Tatar, I would love to get a player who could sort of replace him, like a... you don't have anything. Wow. If you can give us a second and a third, we'd be happy. Does this go through? Nope. A fourth? Nope. Just a second? No. This is going to go through 100%. I'm calling it. Yup, it goes through. So that was a huge deal. Actually, a huge deal. We don't have our first for this year or next year, but every other year we are good. So sadly, we give up Tatar, who I did not want to really give up, but for 15 points a year, not too good. We could bring up Bouchard now, which is not that good as well, but we're going to see. So this guy, you can go. Nurse, you can go as well to the minors. And I believe that's good. We'll check out our roster, see what we want to do. So we'll do this. Drastil, you're going to the first line. Nylander, Yakupov, that looks so nice now. 2 snipers, both could possibly get 30 goals this year. Henrique, Gabrick, Hudler. Don't know if I like that, to be honest. I'd probably rather have nope, what did I do? Rather have Holland up there. Bouchard. Do we have... Okay, Teravainen, you're playing right there. This is how we're showing that right. 2 playmakers, sniper. Playmaker, 2-way sniper. Now I love both of these. The first line, don't know if I'm a huge fan of 2 snipers in this playmaker, but Drastil could be to that point where he's so good at playmaking that it works out for both of them. And our third line, Mateau's gotten a bit better, actually. I actually like our team a lot more now. I like in terms of like where everyone's at. Again, probably Holland better. It's the center spot which he's supposed to play, but his faceoffs aren't too good, so I don't mind this. And we will see. Gabrick's back to his second line position, which might end soon because he has not been good there. But we will see. And power plays, everything the same. Yes. Why is Bouchard? You got to go. We're going to bring Gabrick up there. Yakupov back on the power play. Honka, now you're playing first line power play. Dressed. Okay, so everything else is good. We're going to leave it how it is. Goalie wise, we have Schneider in the net. Okay, so losing Tatar was pretty bad. Losing our good prospect, but now we have Nurse. And Nurse is definitely going to be at least an 82 next year or an 80. I know for a fact Severson has never really gotten good for us. Now that that's happened, this year has been pretty insane for trades. Sadly, it's kind of lost that idea of a realistic Devils type GM. In the past 2 years, we've made so many trades. We have, I wouldn't even say that good of a core that stayed the same. Our defense, our goalie, actually, yeah, our defense and goalie have pretty much stayed the same. We've acquired Barry and Haka. I believe that was it. I'm going to quickly look. I want to see what we've changed from our team since we've started. We've traded a few rookies, but like our first line, none of them are Devils. Second line, Henrique's the only Devil. Third line, none are Devils. Fourth line, Montages the only Devil. So forward wise, we've kept 2 players. Elias is retired, I believe. Yager retired, I believe, or we traded him, but like guys like that, they were gonna leave anyway, so if we traded them, that's not a big deal. But like trading players who are under 30 years old, I kind of feel like that's bad. And then defensively, everyone here is a Devil besides Haka and Barry, so I like that. And goalie wise, everyone here besides Zarawani is a Devil, but we got him in free agency. It wasn't a trade, so I'm not mad there. But forward wise, not the most realistic. I don't see the Devils going for all these players. I could see them going for Teravainen, a Bouchard easily, a Hudler easily. They were going for Gabrick at first, but too many players in my opinion that are not Devils, so it makes it a bit unrealistic, sadly. Want to keep the series realistic, but I want to make it so we have a good team and whatnot for the future. So that is what we're doing, and we're going to simulate this game, and we're going to go to the Ranger game. There you go. Okay, so I think our team got better. I could be wrong. We got a loss there, so obviously probably am wrong. Losing Tatar, being replaced from Bouchard. Not a very good mix-up there. Tatar is obviously better. But Nurse for our Severson, I like that. I really like Yakupov for our Reichel. But I don't like giving up the first-round pick. That's the thing that's bad. I think we got a third, so that's not going to be too good. A third's not going to get us much. We don't even have a top pick this year. Therefore, we are not getting a top 2 defenseman in the draft or a top left winger. But we got both of those in that trade, I guess you could say. Okay, so we lost that, but we won that one. Henrique could get to 30 goals this season. As well as, actually, I think we may not even have a 30 goal scorer on this team this year. I could have sworn Nylander had 25 goals, but Henrique's our leading goal scorer. That Winquist guy, I see him again. I knew I should have got him. His value is worth nothing. I could still go. Oh, no, I can't go for him anymore. The trade deadline just ended. He had literally the same trade value, if less, than Bouchard. We could have traded Bouchard for him, possibly. Got a less end on the contract. He probably makes less than $3 million a year. He's going to get us 30 goals. That would have been a great trade, but we didn't do that. He had 11 goals when we looked last time, so I was like, not too big. But now he's got 26. Michael Ryder, another player who we traded, 32 goals. I know he was going to get us that many goals a year, around 25 to 30, but he only gets like 15 to 20 assists. Doesn't really do anything in the playoffs, and he's pretty old, so I guess that wasn't a terrible trade. But again, 33 goals. We could have used that. Derek Jones, 33 goals or whatever he had, and that's pretty sad that he has that many goals, but he's playing with Barchi, so there you go. We got a nice 7-3 loss, but then followed with a 3-0 win. Possibly another win here against the Flyers. No, another loss. I think our team's in the right direction. One more win, and I think we're a playoff team. Henrique's only gotten 1 goal in the past like 5 games or so. Can we finish off with a win here to get our 40th win of the season? Possibly. Okay, there you go. 40th win of the season. Henrique's at his 25th. And let's quickly look at these stats. So Schneider's dropped quite a bit. Price has stayed pretty much the same. Schneider leads in wins. Points, we have no one up here. Assists, we have no one up here. Drastel was in second for a while. Completely dropped out of that. Goals, dropped out of that as well. We were never actually in it, but we were close. And points, we're in a good spot, I would say. The Islanders, like I said again, Islanders and the Rangers now are actually head-on-head. So the Jackets really made a push. They might have made a huge trade or something, but they were below the Islanders and the Rangers and us, and now they're ahead of 2 of the teams and right next to us. So we are not probably going to make first or second in our division. I wouldn't be too mad with third, but we will have to see. We were going to simulate. I guess we'll simulate to the end of the season. We can't do anything with trade-wise, and our team's in a fairly good spot, so we'll simulate to the end of the season, and we'll see what happens. Rangers, a nice loss. I mean, if we do lose every game, I could easily see us not making the playoffs. If we win less than half of them, I could see us not making the playoffs as well. And starting off 0-2 gives us a pretty good chance to not make the playoffs. So I'm not too happy at our position, obviously. We only had like a 5-point lead or so. So right there, both teams could have won that. Okay, well, we got that win, so it's not bad. Nylander takes over in goals. Would be awesome to see a few people get 30 goals, but I don't think it's going to happen. We're going to actually go with Russia. I didn't even notice they had a few good players here, but they have 2 top 10s, maybe more. Possibly a third one if this guy is, so we'll simulate there. Again, obviously no point in going there because we don't have a first-round pick. But we have 3 more games left. If we could finish off with 1-1-1, we are a playoff team in my mind, but we will have to see what happens. Stamkos, 34 goals. We get another win there. I think we're good to go. Drastil, can you get to 50 assists? That would be actually huge in your first year, but I don't see it happening. You need 3 points in 2 games. With our lack of goal scoring, I don't see it happening. Against the Jackets, who are right behind us, we lose that game, so that hurts us actually. Please not be a scary thought. I really hope we're not head on. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I think we're good, to be honest. But we're not the number 3 seed anymore. Columbus overthrew us. They were all the way in like 6th or 7th, and now they've moved to 3rd in a pretty good lead there. If the Islanders have 2 games left, the Rangers, I should say, that's not going to be good for us. Same with just the Rangers, the only team. If the Rangers lose, then we're 100% in. But I believe they only have 1 game as well, so we're going to slow simulate this game against the Buffalo Sabres. We should win this game. First period, 4 goals. Henrique, really close to doing what he's doing for the 30 goals. Gabrick scores, that is nice. Jelena scores, and Drastil scores, very nice there. McKenzie scores, and Hudler gets 2, so all around, loved all the goal scoring. No one on the first line besides Drastil scored, so that's pretty bad. Gabrick finished off with 15. Kind of would have liked to see him get to 20 to 30 goals this year. Did not get there. And Drastil's got 3 points, I should say. Teravainen had 4 assists. Really solid. An alright game for Schneider. Nothing too special. And just Drastil and Teravainen had all big point nights. Everyone else under 2. And where is it? Yakupov, 1 assist. Not too special there. Nylander, no points, only 3 shots, not too special there as well. At least Yakupov is shooting at least 5 a game, but Gabrick finishes off with 15. Drastil finishes off 1 away from 50 assists. He could have got 1 assist against the Jackets and he would have been good, but we win this game. We're 100% in the playoffs. Henrique's the leading goal scorer. Let's quickly look at the stats, and we are back in the playoffs. And we are not doing too good though. I mean, we're not on like a huge winning streak or anything like that. We're not a top seed, so hopefully our team picks it up in the playoffs because we're definitely going to need it. We are probably a wild card spot, 100% a wild card spot, I believe. So center-wise, Drastil got 64 points. Not all too happy there, to be honest. He got 59 last year, was minus 15, so he had a better season this year in my mind. I would have loved to see him get 20 goals and 50 assists, getting 70 points. He did not get that. He was a plus player. This is his first year in the playoffs. Teravainen, 44 points. A bit of a downgrade from last year, definitely. Only 5 goals. Minus player this year. He may stay the same next year and possibly get better. Henrique, not happy with his season at all. But he was on the second line. Could have got 30 goals, but only 14 assists. That is not good at all. Holland, not happy with him as well. I mean, he did have a better season than last year, but only 11 goals for an 85 overall player playing second line. Not good at all. This right guy probably would have had more points if he played double. He probably would have played triple the time than Holland, because he's playing on the fourth line, I should say, and playing in no special teams. McKenzie, 15 points. Not too special. Bouchard with 4, so not good at all there. Bouchard's got to go, especially with his trade value. But no one wants him for his contract. But he has some pretty good trade value. Mateau had a pretty good season. I don't know why I said pretty good. He actually didn't at all. That was a good season. 30 points in 82 games. That was the year we won the Cup, I believe. Was it this year? 19 points. Literally an unreal season. that was pretty much it from him, sadly. If he can do good in the playoffs, I'd be happy as anything. I'd be happy to keep him on our team, but if not, possibly trade bait. He is 24, so he could get better, so we'll definitely keep him, but in the future, he could be trade bait because he's not doing too good for our team in the season, the regular season. Nylander, 61 points, better than last year, did not get 30 goals, was a minus player, should get better. Yakupov did not do good for us at all. I think he literally got 3 points in the remaining like 10 or 20 games he played with us. Really hope he comes out in the playoffs. If not, then that trade was definitely not good on our part because Tatar probably would have got like the 4 or 5 points he got. Gabrick finished off and not too good, but he should stay for 2 more years, hopefully. I really want to see him get back to the 84, 85 overall, though. The 82 makes him look terrible. But he still has pretty good stats everywhere. He has still good shooting and skating, and that's pretty much all you need for a sniper on your team. Offensive awareness still pretty good. Puck skills good. Physically and defensively, he's bad, but that's not what we wanted in him. And Hudler, fairly good season, 30 points. Would have liked to see him get 40. He got 44 last year, but he was minus 24 last year. He's plus 15 this year. Defense, Barry had a really good year, almost 40 points. He didn't have as good as I was expecting to get. He had like, I believe he had 31 points in 60 games, so he only got 8 points in 22 games or so, so not too bad, but he got 12 goals plus 15. Larson, pretty good year as well, a little bit better. Jelinas had a great year. Happy we didn't trade him. I could see him getting the jump to an 85 next year. Honka, really good year as well. Pretty much same as last year, but had 12 goals for us. Merrill, not too good there. Pretty much stay the same as last year, minus 18 now. He may get traded. Urbaum, not a very good season as well. But we'll have to see. He could get better as well. He's got the green stars. And goalie-wise, Schneider, 211 and 93 save percentage, so that's really good. But we want to make sure Schneider plays most of these games in the playoffs. Zerwani had a whopping 20 games, which is actually sort of a lot, compared to Schneider, who only had 65, basically 67 though. But I'd like to see Schneider play every game in the playoffs, besides if he gets pulled or whatnot. But we will go and finish playing the Montreal Canadiens. Not a good sign at all. The price better not be right for them, because Price was unreal throughout the whole entire season. We need to figure out a way to get through Price. And besides that, we should be good. I mean, Price was the only reason why, in my opinion, why they finished such a good team. But they offensively, I don't think they have much. We will quickly look at what's on their team. But Price had like a 1.77 save percentage throughout the whole year, so that was unreal. I skipped Montreal. I always go the wrong way for every single thing. So the first line, it's good. It's not unreal. Second line, so Camilleri's back in Montreal, so second line's actually good as well. Third line is, it's all right, but they have Eller, so it makes it look good. And the fourth line, it's not too good, but they have Bourneval, so it makes it look good as well there. Defensively, good first D pairing, second good D pairing, third D pairing is all right. I'd say their team's better than ours and everywhere besides the third and fourth line, and then Price. So this series, if we win it, we could win the cup, because this is probably going to be one of the best teams we play. Their first line defensive pairing is better than ours. Their second line defensive pairing is better than ours. Their third line defensive pairings, but even with ours, they have a lot of defensive defensemen though. They have 5 defensive defensemen and 1 two-way. And first line, I'd say ours is slightly worse, possibly. Their second line is about even with ours. Their third line is about even. I think our third line might be a little bit better, and their fourth line, I think ours is a little bit better as well. So they have a better first line, better defensive core basically, and a better goalie. Maybe our depth could push us through to the second round, but we will have to see in the next episode. But if you guys enjoy this, please leave a like, and I'll see you guys later.
When everything's wrong, you make it right. I feel so high, I come alive. I need to be free with you too.